In this lesson, let's talk a little bit about the hierarchy of your site. So if you are planning a website, you really want to give some thought to the hierarchy of your pages, how they correspond with each other. You can go as deep or as shallow as you want with your hierarchy, but you really want to plan it ahead of time. It's much easier to fix problems before you actually build the site than to have to go back and correct it afterwards. You want your user to be able to navigate through your site forward and backward. When you're planning your website, you really do need to keep that in mind, again, so that your users can get through your site without having to hit the back button. You don't really want to have them having to do that a lot. Let's take a look at an example. Here's a simple site, joesusedcars.com, just a simple one that I made up, but I wanted to just demonstrate to you that this is the home page. And these are the 4 pages that come directly off the home page: domestic, import, about us, and contact Joe. We also have from some of those pages, there are pages offshooting from there. So from the domestic page, we have a new and a used page. From the import, we have a new and a used. From the About Us section, we have a Meet Joe and a Reviews, and then that one has 2 pages that spring off it: reviews about new cars and reviews about used cars. And then finally, we have the Contact Joe page. So this is basically showing you the hierarchy of this particular site, and I could go deeper here if I wanted to. So from my import page or my new page, I could go here and list them by brand if I wanted to. But that's what we mean when we refer to as the hierarchy of the site. Because there are many ways of arranging and reusing content throughout your website, you really want to think about ways that your content can be reused and some content that's not going to be reused. And taking a look at examples of web design that's out there can really help you to determine how you want your site to look and feel. So in a typical website, there's the navigation bar. It's sometimes on the left, but it's also sometimes across the top. In the example that you see here, which is my website, the nav bar is underneath the header, but it's a horizontal nav bar, so they can be horizontal or vertical. The banner graphic is usually across the top, and then the large central area in the middle, known as the body of the site, that's where the content is that is the main focus of your page. Most often the banner and the navigation should be on all of the pages, but the information in the middle will change depending on the content for each individual page. So this just gives you a basic idea of what the hierarchy of your website is. And again, if you think this through in the beginning, think of how many levels deep you want your site to go, and also give some thought as to what is going to appear on every page as opposed to what is going to be independent content separately on each individual page. I think it will really help you in the long run to plan out your website.